What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Lucid Daily. And today we do have a couple of things that we need to talk about. There's quite a bit of news around the EV sector, and we have a couple of fascinating things that we're going to talk about Lucid. And we're even going to talk about how much it really costs to own a Lucid with the new calculator. So let's go ahead and get started. Very first off, if you haven't yet, consider subscribing. There's about 60% of you that haven't even subscribed to the channel. So if you're watching, you enjoy my perspective on Lucid, consider hitting that subscribe button. It really helps. And stay to the end of the video because we got some pretty good stuff. All right, let's go over to the iPad here. So as you can tell, Lucid was up 1.9% today. Let me go ahead and get my laser pointer here. 1.9% today, down a little bit in the after hours. Doesn't really mean anything. There was no news in the after hours. Lucid overall had a relatively good day. We're still hovering right below that $15 mark. So maybe tomorrow we can break through that $15 mark. Again, I don't play any short-term fundamentals. I may have a couple of interesting videos regarding the stock price coming out this week. And so if you haven't yet, subscribe for that. Turn your notification bells on. Next, you had Tesla up 2%. And let's talk about why I believe Tesla was up so much. They were even up 0.25% in the after hours. Now, I think the reason that Tesla was up so much is because they had 76,000 vehicles in the month of August. That's in line with expectations, but it's a 74% increase year over year, which is absolutely phenomenal. So congratulations if you're a Tesla investor. That's going to be great news for a quarterly report. And it sounds like Tesla China is finally ramping back up. And it sounds like Tesla's going to have an absolutely great quarter. So congrats to you for there. It's just important to understand what's happening in the industry. Now we're going to talk about Rivian. 10.9%. Wow. Like, why did Rivian go up so much? They were up. They were down just slightly in the after hours. Nothing too much. Nothing to be concerned about, really. And that is because Rivian has now struck a deal with Mercedes. They're going to create two kind of vans. Now, the reason that it kind of surprised me Rivian was up this much. There's not very many details about the partnership, but we do know that Rivian will be partnering with Mercedes for two different vans. I might make a video about this on my main channel, so I'll link to it if I do. But anyways, interesting deal. We have no details, so I'm surprised that Rivian is up as much as it is. Just simply because we have no idea. Is it $100,000 or 100,000 vehicle order? It's good for Mercedes. I thought it would have been more positive for Mercedes, which was actually down 1.8% compared to Rivian's 11%. This just means the reason it's up is because it means, one, it means more security. And two, yeah, but the thing is, it's like the big question I have, this isn't just really a question, is ramp. Are they gonna they still have all these Amazon vehicles that they have to ramp up? So it's gonna be kind of a nightmare for Rivian. It's a good problem to have, but nonetheless, it is still something that they're gonna have to figure out how to ramp so many they have their Rivian R1T, their R1S, and everything like that. I know that's not like a Rivian channel, but I do like to cover the EV news just because I think it's an important thing to go over. Next, this was from a day ago. I didn't really cover it, but this is from our good friend Bad Driver 2020. I might try to hit him up again and see if we can go on another drive with his Lucid. I think that'd be a lot of fun. So he did get an update 1.2.17, and he said he has had he's noticed an improvement here. There we go. He's had an improvement on his ADAS system, which I'd be really curious to see, because when I drove his car, the ADAS was not existent. So maybe I should hit him up on Twitter. I'll do that and see. Maybe I can drive down there this weekend and go on a drive with him. Leave a thumbs up if you'd like that. Comment if you think that'd be a fun episode. In addition, he got an extra 10 miles on a full charge, which is absolutely phenomenal. So that I do think that's actually a pretty cool thing. All right. So the next thing that Lucid actually tweeted today is they are talking about I actually haven't even read it. I just took a screenshot of it. So we're going to read it really quick. Every micron matters. That's the philosophy that guided us as we created a remarkably efficient electric motor that produces more power with less weight. Peter and Ahmad explain how we did it in all new Tech Talks streaming debut coming Tuesday. Maybe we can live stream it together, have a good time. We'll see. These Tech Talks are usually pretty fascinating. It doesn't really do anything for the stock or for the company or anything like that. It's just good to learn more about the company and just how the tech works. The thing is, Lucid's tech is pretty undisputedly one of, if not, I mean, their tech is phenomenal. And that's not the question here. The question is, can they ramp production? And I cover everything from the actual product of Lucid to the company. And I talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. So that's that. Now let's get to the title of this video. How much does it actually cost to own a Lucid? Let me go ahead and pull up this calculator. I'd actually never seen this before. So let's just go ahead and play with it. I think it's a lot of fun. And if you want to own a Lucid one day, we'll talk about exactly how much that might actually cost you and things like that. So here we go. Right here we have... So if you go down to Lucid's website, you can scroll down and you'll see payment calculator. Click that right there, and you can see different things that you want to price out. I imagine here they're going to have the Gravity, and hopefully one day some sort of truck or maybe a van. I think that'd be pretty cool if they got into the van space. There's not very many companies that have ramped their electric vans yet. So let's go with the expensive one. Actually, let's go with the least expensive one, pure rear wheel drive. And let's say you have an early reservation. California, we're gonna do 72 months. You have great credit with a down payment of 12.3%. They have an APR of 4.6%, which is actually, I think that's a little higher than Tesla. I can't remember what Tesla's is. But you can tell that would be a monthly payment of about $1,000. So it's relatively similar to a Tesla. And then you're going to go all-wheel drive. Let's do the vehicle price of $92,000. 1,300. So it's a relatively normal calculator, but you can kind of understand, like, you get higher class customers. Like, these aren't your customers with a $600 or $800 payment. These are your customers that have $1,500 payments just for the middle tier car. Now start to get into the Grand Touring, which what they're shipping, that's $2,300 a month. Now, like, I know, like, doesn't sound like a ton of money, but when you're spending that every month on just like a car, it's kind of crazy. So, like I said, you're going to get a higher value investor, which is actually, sorry, not investor, a higher value customer, which down the road I think will pay off. And like I said, Lucid will have ridiculous margins on these cars if they can ramp it correctly. Lucid ramps correctly, this company is a game changer. However, they are, as we've talked about the last couple of days, we've seen a little bit of drama when it comes to the ramping. They need to figure that out. That's bottom line. We're not mincing words about that. And let's go to the great one, the biggest, most expensive one, the Grand Touring Performance, $179,000. They don't even, it's interesting, they don't even have the price of their Sapphire yet, which I think is interesting. So if you go to Grand Touring Performance, 72 months, that is $2,700 a month. Absolutely insane. That's more than some people make a month that you're paying for a car payment. So as I said, these are for higher class investors. Now, if you have a bad credit score, less than 700, less than 700. Oh, that didn't change that much. So if your credit score 700 to 800, wow, that changes hardly at all. That's surprising. So if you have a bad credit score, $2,793. Excellent credit score, $2,796. So it's like $90 a month. Not that bad, actually. Surprising. But if you have a 700 credit score and you have a $2,700 a month payment, may want to consider things. But hey, if this channel gets to a good spot, maybe we can reserve a Lucid Daily Lucid, and we can do episodes in the Lucid every day. That would be a lot of fun. So that was that. Now let's go ahead and talk about what I want to talk about for the rest of the week. I know that today I said I would talk about Warren Redlick's video about the PIF selling their shares. We'll go ahead and talk about that this weekend. I don't have any plans this weekend. I normally travel a lot, but this weekend I don't think I'm going to travel. At least I'm not expected to, unless something comes up. So we'll go ahead and talk about the PIF, and we'll do a stock breakdown. I do also want to let you guys know that the link down below has 24/7 access to my Discord, where I reply almost immediately. You'll also get my buy and sell alerts for my stocks, and I'll also be releasing my fundamental analysis in that channel. So if you want full access to my fundamental analysis on Lucid with my spreadsheets, and I'll even upload my spreadsheets there for you guys can go ahead and check those out. We can chat in there. We'll be doing course member live streams and things like that. So the price is going up Friday at midnight. So if you want to snag that before the prices go up, consider checking the link down below. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments. And course members, you know where to reach me in Discord. Definitely check that out. Prices are going up on Friday, so make sure you get it before that happens. But I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your evening, and I will see you tomorrow. Cross your fingers that maybe we can go see one of our friends with a Lucid on Saturday. But like always, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.